It's finally here, Phantom Blood Volume 1 JoJonium Edition. Listen to this. It's a hardcover. In comparison to other volumes, it's larger, has lots of chapters, and it smells good. But best of all are the color pages. As you can see, some of them are colored mostly in orange, but from what I understand, this is how certain color pages were printed in Shonen Jump, as their color choices were quite limited due to, I suppose, financial resources, but I remember Dragon Ball would have the same thing. For example, the first few pages would be multicolored, but then would change to mostly red. Likewise, the JoJo volumes are colored the same way, but if anyone has more specific details why Shonen Jump follows this printing method, I accept any information you can give me. Getting back on JoJo, as I mentioned before in the JoJonium video, the cover is in the updated format, but the artwork inside is the same as you read online. A small bonus features a brief interview on the creation of Jonathan Joestar, and why Dio is holding Danny in the back cover. Sadly, the original covers are not available, which is the only real nitpick I have. Well, there is another thing. While I appreciate his presentable edition, this cover gets easily stained with fingerprints. On another note, there are some differences from the Japanese version. The Japanese JoJonium has its pages tinted with green, therefore, when the book is closed, it looks as if it had green pages. This version, however, does not have the same design. The last key difference is the lack of a case or slipcover. I don't know whether it's because I received my order early due to purchasing this at rightstuff.com, but mine does not have a slipcover. I'm uncertain whether this is the standard for the English JoJo volumes, or if there was supposed to be a case for it. Regardless, this is the mandatory and the only version where Phantom Blood is printed in English, so now you can read quotes such as, "The first person you kissed wasn't JoJo, it was me, Dio!" in the comfort of holding your book in your hands. The first volume of Phantom Blood contains 11 chapters. However, Phantom Blood was originally printed in 5 volumes, but the JoJonium release will be converted into 3 volumes, which will be released this year in 2015. Meanwhile, in France, they're already up to part 2, if for some reason they're able to get the original covers. C'est la vie. Phantom Blood Volume 1 was originally supposed to be released February 3rd, 2015, but got pushed back till February 24th, 2015, and the rest of the series will be released on these dates. If you want more information on the JoJonium edition, click on the links below for the JoJo Wiki or my previous video. If you're new to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, then there's also a link detailing an overall presentation to what JoJo is about. You will see a sample of that video right now. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure follows a family tree, which is the Joestar family. Much of the series can be considered a shonen horror, or a broader explanation, a fighting series filled with horror elements that is meant for a male audience. The story of JoJo is one that displays the Joestars fighting against multiple foes ranging from vampires, zombies, serial killers, Italian mafiosos, and corrupted figureheads such as a priest and a president. However, a unique trait of JoJo is that it's divided into parts and constantly changes its main cast and setting. For example, Part 1, Phantom Blood, takes place during the late 1800s where the Joestars reside in England, starring Jonathan Joestar. Part 2, Battle Tendency, takes place in 1938, starring Jonathan's grandson, Joseph Joestar. Then its sequel would star his Japanese grandson, Jotaro Kujo, and so on and so on. As a family tradition, each main character will have the nickname JoJo. For example, take the J-O from Jonathan, and add the J-O from Joestar, and you get JoJo.